Everybody, welcome back to the Chinese Wisdom channel. In the 4th episode, we will talking about Zhou on liberty. Zhou is a Taoism philosopher of ancient China. His status is similar to Mencius to Confucius. So when we talk about Lao Zhang, means Lao Ji and Zhuang. Zhuang is also a literary figure because his book Zhuang is full of stories, beautifully written. So scholars in China studying both philosophy and literature always praise the wisdom and good writing of Zhou. Now today we will focus on the first chapter of Zhou, Xiao Yao, the chapter on Xiao Yao. Xiao Yao is very difficult to translate to English because the concept of Xiao Yao is a little similar to the concept of freedom of Western thought, but not fully equivalent to the concept of liberty. In Zhuang's book is full of parables. Zhuang always used parable to illustrate his thought and philosophy. Just like the Bible, you see Jesus always talk about parables, about the theological concepts and teachings. Zhou is similar. He always uses parables and stories. But because of using parables, the interpretation will be subject to different views. Different people will have different interpretation of these parables. The first chapter is talking about a fish. Now, for sake of your further study, I have put the translation of the first part of the first chapter in the description below, so you can read it by yourself. But my main focus is on the concept of liberty according to Zhuang's philosophy. Now, let me start the first line. Zhuang said, "In the northern ocean there is a fish, the name of which is Kung. I do not know how many li in size. Li is a measurement of length or distance in China." And then it followed. It changed into a bird with the name of Peng, the beak of which is also, I do not know how many li in extent. Now, this is very simple in a superficial way, okay? There is a fish. The name is Kung. However, the size is very large, very enormous. Okay, and then it changed into a bird. A bird is also a giant bird. Its size is also very large. And then we follow. When this bird rouses itself and flies, its wings are like clouds all round the sky. When the sea is moved, it prepares to remove to the, it means the bird. The bird prepares to move to the southern ocean. The southern ocean is the pool of heaven. So, if you read it literally, we don't know what it's saying about, right? Okay? But in fact, These two simple sentences illustrate some underlying thoughts and wisdom. In Zhuang's view, if we want to get liberty or freedom, it is contrast to the Western sense. In the strict Western sense, liberty and freedom is absolute. It applies to everyone. Everyone, okay? Everyone, every person has a unlimited potential and should not be restricted by external forces or authority to prevent him or her from exercising its powers, right? The strict sense is Western sense of liberty is something like that, okay? Every person is equal and every person has potential. We should not restrict him to exercising his liberty of power. Okay. But in Zhuang's sense, this is different. In Zhuang's thought or wisdom, what we can fully to attain the status of liberty depends on the innate nature of every being. Okay? So Zhuang's focus on the inner side or the innate or inborn nature of each being, or even each thing or stuff. Okay? Even dead things, his inborn nature. Okay. What we could achieve is to using our knowledge or wisdom to fully utilize the potential of the innate or inborn nature of ourselves. Okay? We do not emphasize on the external restriction on everybody. Once a person can fully utilize its inborn nature to the fullest extent, then this is true freedom and liberty. So the emphasis is opposite to the Western sense. Western is on how to minimize the external restriction, but in Zhuang is to maximize the internal nature. They are different, right? The first difference is one is external, outside, one is internal, inborn, inside. So, if one is a fish, then he should not fly. He just want to swim, right? So, swim to the fullest extent, as said in the parable here. The size to the fullest extent is for flying. That's okay, right? If it change to fish, is the size for swimming. So that is the essence of Zhuang's theme of liberty, to the fullest extent of his individual specific inborn nature. However, under Tonism, we always talk about transformation and changes. Like in this sentence, very simple, right? The fish can change to a bird, right? So according to the sum, our nature or our potential will change. But once it has not been changed, you should fully utilize your present utility inside you, right? However, when the environment change, your nature will also be changed. Once changed, that you will change to utilize your internal utility. So our nature is not fixed. It can be changed, right? So according to Zhuang, even though we do not focus on the external restriction, we focus on our own inborn nature. However, this nature is not non-changeable. It can be changed. It can be transformed, right? So our liberty is also transformable from one state just to another state according to the cosmic process and the environmental changes. This is another theme of Zhuang's concept of liberty. Now the second sentence say that when this bird rouses itself and rises, its rain are like clouds all around when the sea is moved, so as when it prepares to remove that. Now, Zhou stressed that when you utilize your potential or internal utility, you does not only act on yourself, you must get support. So that he said when the sea is moved, only when the sea is moved, the air current is left up, then the bird can fly. So Zhuang point out that we do not exercise our liberty in a vacuum, right? We must need support from the surrounding, from the environment, from the people around us. We do not have liberty as an individual only. We need support from the surrounding, or even harmony with the environment. Zhuang's Taoism always point out that we live in a interdependent world or universe, right? So when we want to exercise, like the bird to fly, we need the sea, we need the wind. What we want when we want to achieve true freedom, according to our own nature, we need support from other people. This is another point of Zhuang's concept of liberty. One is innate nature. Okay, each person has his innate nature. But if you want to fully utilize your innate nature, you must need support. So liberty is related to innate nature and also support from the surrounding environment. Now we go to the next paragraph. The next paragraph says that there is a book called Qi Shi, a record of marvels. It does not matter, okay? Then it follows. We have in this verse, when the Peng means the bird is moving to the southern ocean, it flaps its wing on the water of 3,000 li. Then it ascends, means go up to the sky, on a whirlwind of 19,000 li, okay, and we rest only at the end of 6 months. But similar to this is the movement of the beasts, which we call the horses of the fields, of the dust which quivers in the sunbeams, and the living things as they are blown against one another by the air. Is azure the proper color of the sky, or is it causation by its distance and illimitable extent? If one were looking down from above, is the very appearance and would just be this way. Okay. Now, the second paragraph highlight another concept. When we need support from the surrounding for achieving true freedom or liberty, Zhuang advises us as not only to take notice of those big forces or great people. When the bird flies, even the tiny particles in the air, such as those horses of the field or even the dust, okay, dust is very small article, okay, all these contribute to your uprising to the sky. So Zhou wants us not overlook those tiny forces of the universe. Okay? Even those tiny forces or tiny people, okay, or not obvious things of stuff, they all will be contributed to your uprising. So when we doing things in daily life, don't just appreciate those big business, great men, or great machines, okay? Also should take care those tiny stuff. Zhou is very specific at this point. Even ducks, okay, very tiny, not obvious, unseen to our human eyes, can contribute to the uprising of a big bird. This is very important. So when you want to a great life, big success, great liberty, don't overlook those tiny things. So Donald Trump election success apply this wisdom. Those unobvious, not shown in the election poll, contribute to Donald Trump's win in this election. In our daily life, because of the speed or the velocity, we always overlook those tiny things or non-obvious stuff or factors. But Zhou tells us that it is very dangerous. Don't underestimate, right? Don't underestimate. Even dust can contribute your uprising. So this is another wisdom told by Zhou. So some scholars said that Zhou is not a totally totalsome philosopher. You can see another Confucius philosopher, Mencius. In Mencius, he attacked other philosophy school like Zhu, Zhu is another tourism philosopher. Also, Zi, modernism. Okay, but in Mencius' works, he has not attacked Zhou. On the other hand, in Zhou's book, right, Zhuang Zhou always called the conduct of Confucius. So some scholars recently debated that Zhou is not a purely Taoism philosopher. Some people even regarded Zhou is a Confucius scholar. Okay, in my view, Zhou is very specific. He has absorbed some Confucianism principle. However, what he had done is to supplement, right? Supplement and also remedy those defects of the original Confucianism teachings. Zhou gives us much wisdom in daily life, okay? Incorporating both Confucianism and the Taoism. Now, Zhou has another observation, is the alert us about the change of perspectives. He gave us doubts about our office or daily observations. Zhou told us that we may encounter illusions, right? For example, he said that is it azure the proper color of the sky, or is it Caucasian over distance and illimitable extent? If one were looking down from above, the very same appearance would just meet his view. So Zhou said that change of the direction and perspective will change our views, so that what we see from one standing or one perspective may only let us know one element or one part of the truth. This is what Zhou taught us. Different perspectives will give different meanings of the things we want to understand, right? For example, when we look up the sky, it's blue, but we will go to the space, the sky color may change. So Zhou advised us that change our perspectives or directions will change our observations. So, regarding to its relation to liberty, it means that when we want to truly appreciate our inborn nature, we should change our perspective from time to time. Okay? From time to time. To see whether our true nature is worthy. When we assess a person, whether it is suitable for a job or position. We should change our perspective from time to time. This is also relevant to our human resources management. Okay? Even a title given to a problem, for example, you employ a person about marketing. Marketing have different ways, okay? Maybe different paths or different process or different techniques. If one is interested and suitable for one way, he may not be suitable for another way. Okay? We cannot easily, if one fails in one way, we at once tell him you are not suitable, right? Maybe he is suitable for another way. He may not be good at oral conversation, but he may be good at writing, advertising, right? So Zhuang told us that every person, when you assess your innate ability or nature for freedom, for liberty, two things important. It may change over time, okay? Also, it may change over time from a seed to a bird. Also, it may change from different perspectives. If we change our perspective, we will discover different advantage of this person or this stuff. So, in Chinese Asian philosophy books, such as Zhuang, when you first study, you will get a simple insight. But when you get a read second time, you will get different insight. Also, when you read in young stage, you will get some wisdom. But when you 10 years later, we will get a different wisdom. This philosophy is an interactive one, right? Okay? So, our Chinese scholars always teach us read these classes from time to time. Okay? From time to time. You will gain different wisdoms in different times. Okay. Now, at this episode, I think is for the time being, I have taught some key points about the Zhuang's theme of liberty here. Maybe next time we can talk about later. Okay. See you next time. Bye bye.